And up next this week is Imagine That, and it stars Eddie Murphy. He's doing the kid-friendly type movies again, and someday I hope he goes back to being the old Eddie Murphy, where he's telling jokes that would never make it onto network television, that sort of thing. But he's found kind of a niche playing to the family-friendly comedies. And Imagine That is about a stock analyst and a stock advisor, investment advisor, that he's not a very good father, and he's recently split from his wife, and he's forced to take his daughter for a week, and she kind of gets in the way of him doing his work. But because she has a magic blankie, she can predict, or she has these imaginary princesses that can accurately predict stock trends. And so he sort of reconnects with her over that. And then, pretty much from halfway through the movie, it becomes like every other, sort of wayward father movie ever made, including right down to the school play or musical or whatever at the end, where he can't make it because he has a big business meeting that he's got to go to, but then halfway through the meeting he's like, my family's more important, and he leaves. And I mean, it's really the last half of the movie is completely on autopilot, and the only original thing is the circumstances with which he reconnects with his daughter, and that's these imaginary princesses.
Yeah, the thing about this is that Eddie Murphy. I like Eddie Murphy, and he has done a lot of bad things in the past, particularly when he's in several different fat suits. But he does play sincere very well, and he did that in this really well. The daughter, played by Yara
Shahidi.
Yeah,
as a button.
Oh yeah. I mean, she is just adorable, and they really do have a chemistry in this, and it really does work, the interaction between them. And I don't mind Eddie Murphy in these family type of movies, because I think he does a good job at them, and there is a niche for it. But you have to know what is coming with that type of film, and nothing is supposed to be, I think, original in these type of films. It's just supposed to pander to a particular audience. It doesn't excuse it. But I enjoyed the film for what it was. Yeah,
I mean, I don't have any particular gripe with the performances. I thought Murphy and the little girl were both very good. It's just and I can't really fault the movie for this. But does it have to be the same thing every time?
Yeah.
I mean, how many times is the father going to almost miss the school play before that plot line is exhausted?
Yeah.
And clearly it's not quite exhausted yet. And I won't go so far as to say to skip the movie. It's well made, but it's certainly not breaking any ground. So
no.
While I do say see it, it's you have seen this movie before.
It's coming.
So
yeah, and we'll be right back with our next review.